Well, Zoli and I are heading in the mountains to camp for a few days. It's, what is March something? March 8th, 7th, 8th, I don't know, something like that. Great that the road's plowed. We can get in the mountains here. It was plowed for a ways, so that's good. Head deep into the mountains, camp out, and do a little campfire stories, I guess, again. So it'll be great. The snow's melting. I think this is it now. I think it's just going to be rain from now on, and it'll be great. I think they're logging down here. Yeah, this is where all the logging trucks are coming out of. Gates open there. They must be coming out of there. Alright. No more logging trucks. Beautiful day for March. Look at it. The sun came out. It's perfect. Garbage. I hate it when people leave garbage like that. Man, that just pisses us right off. Take your crap out, man. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah. This is what it's like, folks. Get out into the great outdoors if you can. As much as possible. Well, the weather's good. It's going to get rough now. Well, we're getting deeper in the mountains now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's rough in some spots. Yeah. Look at that, eh? Down there, but it's closed. It'll be fun to turn around here, that's for sure. Yeah. I should probably camp down here. It's a spot. Beautiful day. No rain or snow up here. Yeah, it's getting pretty. We're ready to camp along here, except it's all covered in snow. Yeah, we'll get up here, we'll light a fire and eat some food. It'll be great. We'll see if the Sasquatch come around tonight, eh? It's a well-known area for it. This is a stave area. Famous for Sasquatch, of course. That's why I like driving in the snow instead of these big holes. Yeah, you can see where we are here. It's a beautiful spot. Alright. These roads beat the crap out of your trucks and vehicles, so yeah. Alright, Zoli and I out here. Some more campfire stories, eh?
Yeah, more campfire stories.
I think that's aiming at the fire.
Well, hey, of the most excellent adventures of Randy and Zoli there. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, do you want to talk about well, we'll call it the salamander story.
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember.
So we're walking the trails. Won't say where, but I was in the front, and we're just about finished the trail walk, and right in front, like there was a light just before the parking lot, and looked down, saw this salamander.
Gunshot now.
Yeah, it sounds like
definitely.
that's the fire. Saw this salamander, and picked it up. It was right in the middle of the trail. So Randy and there was another fellow with us. So three of us.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Three of us took a look at. Like I had the salamander in my hand, and we're sort of in a circle, looking at the salamander. It had a sort of a red belly on it. And while we were looking, and this is about the only time that I can remember that someone was hit by a stone, but it wasn't. A stone came flying out and hit Randy in the shoulder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Can you remember?
Yeah.
And
Like from straight above.
yeah, it almost looked like it was like a lob shot, that it wasn't meant to hurt.
We're in a circle too, remember?
Yeah, we were
You
sort of,
and,
around one another. Yeah,
That's right. We're only about a foot apart.
Yeah, and so we got I've got the salamander in my hand, and we're talking. Hey, look at this thing.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like a stone. It's about the walnut size, nothing, but it wasn't meant to hurt. And instead of zinged off your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
And all three of us kind of, saw that, and it's almost like the salamander. It's almost like we were set up. Hey, let's put a salamander in the middle of the path. We know they're coming this way,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and
yeah.
let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the only time that I mean, there was that year where there was a lot of stones thrown. Eh? I mean,
Yeah.
that was the thing to do. Like one year.
Lots of whistling.
Yeah,
lots of stones.
one year is like whistling year, and then this one, and it's probably young ones that they get into something, and that's their thing, and
Messing around with us. Yeah.
yeah, messing around with the short hairless guys. So yeah, that salamander story is.
He's a neat looking little guy too.
Oh yeah.
Never seen one like that before.
The stone really surprised us, though. I mean, out of nowhere, you thought nothing was going to go on, or there wasn't
Yeah,
much happening there. But just before you get home, a stone comes flying out, hits you in the shoulder. We can remember. Well, hey, can you remember when we're coming up to the highway? Okay, the main road there, the paved road, and there's three of us. Another fella, I can't remember his name though. I mean, like he did computer, like he.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he did some kind of computer work or videos.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But so we're coming up to the highway, and we're almost all three of us are right on the paved road, and three stones came flying out of the trees there. And
I think even a van or a car went by. Remember?
Yeah. So these things come flying out, and you can hear the chink chink chink, of the stones rolling on the
thud,
the pavement. We each go running after one. I picked up my stone, and it was still warm.
Oh yeah,
It was
that's
still
right.
warm from
They were
whoever
coming
threw
from
it.
both directions. Remember?
Yeah,
Coming
they were
from the
coming
other
from
side
across
of
the road.
Yeah, and this side. Yeah.
So it was almost like they knew we were coming that
Mhm.
way, and they set up an ambush.
Sure.
But, I mean, it wasn't. They didn't aim at us. They aimed at the road.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they're giving out souvenirs that day.
We did a lot of that back in. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what year that was.
But here's what got me. Like that was pretty early in the game,
yeah.
and the stone was still warm. Okay,
Yeah.
from his hand. I'm thinking, I guess they don't have any pockets to put them in. wonder how long you held it.
Yeah.
And you gotta have, the thing is, you gotta have a hand
Yeah.
to throw
There's no
stuff.
bear or deer doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So, and that for me, that was like a turning point where you had to. Now we're gonna have to deal with this. There's something going on in them Darwoods, and for me, that kind of, it's like nobody starts, thinking that there's, Sasquatch out in the woods, just like that. You have to go through and experience a few things before you come to that conclusion. And so it's a process.
Yeah.
And for me, that time it spoke a lot. At that time we had a real paradigm switch there. I think
A lot of that kind of.
now we're gonna have to
stuff
deal with
going
it.
on.
Now we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
There's something going on. There's some.
Those are good years. Those are
yeah.
good years.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just totally changed, eh? It's
Well, I think
definitely
it's
too many,
there's too many people
Yeah.
that have found out about
Yeah.
the area,
Yeah.
and
Since that new bridge opened up, tons of people come in that
yeah,
park now.
yeah,
so.
it's just
I mean, they do it very rarely, I guess. But
well, yeah.
Those are
Now
good
I
times.
think they're a little
Times,
bit
for
more
sure.
standoffish, And like we were talking before, it's probably young ones that are yeah, that are messing with you. So I mean, those young ones are 9 out of 10 are you know, growing up, raising their own kids, kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know, but
well, the fire's thrown out to eat.
can you remember that time that actually it was in the area, and you got to put this video up where actually you know about it, where he was digging in the sand.
Oh yeah, beside the river.
Yeah, you tell them about that story.
Yeah, well, I was back there with Mario and my son. Was my son there? Yeah. That's when we found the twist.
Yeah.
Where my son carried it out of the bush that day.
Well, you should put up that twist.
Yeah, that too, yeah. The Sasquatch was yelling and screaming, and we were about 10 minutes away. We could hear him yelling, right, and screaming. Then we got up to that area, and that's when we found those tracks and that stick Sasquatch was using to dig that hole.
Yeah.
Dig by the river. And after that, we went in the bush to look for tracks and stuff like that. After I filmed these two, I took a video of it too. Yeah, so did my other buddy.
But I know you got.
I got pictures of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't know where the
definitely.
video is.
You could put up those pictures because
Yeah.
I mean, those are probably some of the more. Wow! Hey,
Pretty
excellent,
clear tracks. Those are
excellent,
pretty clear
excellent.
tracks.
You can see the.
And
You
the
can see
twist,
you can see the and the twist.
which we found after.
But you can
yeah.
see the you know where he was digging out.
Yeah, digging a big
And
hole.
the tracks are just excellent. I mean that's.
Yeah, they're pretty fresh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
Only
fresh.
like 10 minutes
and
old.
there you
15
go.
minutes old.
Yeah. So it'd be good to put
Wish I could find that video.
put those up. Yeah, you did a video, but at least you still have the
Yeah.
the photos or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
still got those. Yeah.
so that'd be good to put that up there.
Yeah, Ray was with us. Yeah, my son was with us. He was
Yeah.
man.
Oh no, that I would say those are probably some of the best and clear tracks. You know,
Mhm.
because I mean, so there's what 10 minutes old.
Yeah.
You know, you scared him
15,
out of
20
you know.
minutes.
What,
Yeah. When we
what-
got there, he took off and he was yelling in the bush as he walked away. That's right. I
Yeah,
remember.
whatever he was digging
And we
for,
were
I
filming
mean,
it
you
all.
interrupted him.
Yeah, we
And he
videoed
took
it all,
off, yeah. But that's in the same area where I can remember it was like a softball sized stone. Actually we did something to surprise. We heard they were making noise above us on the hill, and we started walking up towards them.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah,
you were
yeah,
right
yeah,
behind us,
Yeah.
but right about 6 feet away, something the size of a softball came out.
Right towards you.
Yeah, well, yeah, 6
Remember,
feet.
you were actually ahead of us, heading towards
Yeah,
it.
I know.
and,
Yeah,
you
I was
said,
headed
"Whoa,"
toward.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
let's back off." That was one of the
That was scary
only
that
time
time.
that
Yeah. That was a scary
we
time.
took the hint real quick there. I mean,
Mhm.
that was, you know, anything the size of a softball.
That was a big one,
That can take you out. So
I didn't miss you by too much.
no. But you were right there too. So I mean, we got the hint to back off. No, we're not going to climb the hill. Okay.
Yeah,
we got it.
That was back in that area.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that was in the same area that you know the tracks were
Yeah,
out there.
that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, you got to put that video or that picture up there. You know, because it's excellent stuff. You know, that is. Yeah, the wind is really starting to pick up there.
Wow.
Good for the fire there.
Yeah, it keeps it going.
Good for the fire.
Maybe throwing the heat out too, eh? Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus it's a sunny day, so it's
Yeah.
like
Getting a suntan here.
yeah.
Burn up here. Hopefully my battery's holding up there in that camera.
Well, you can go.
I can pause it for now maybe and check it.
Yeah, maybe do
Yeah,
it
I
today.
better pause it and check it.
Just check it later.
It might die on us here.
Add some
I can
more.
recharge it. There we go. Now it's working. Yeah.
Talk about that recording that you had in the winter of that male Sasquatch.
Yeah, that was
In the
winter
wintertime, you know, where you know, like it sounded a lot like Sierra sounds.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
And that sounded a lot like what we heard in the summertime of a female. Actually, it was a young, well, it was a female voice, and they were arguing.
Oh, yeah.
And the male sounded a lot like what you got recorded. You should actually put that recording
Oh,
out.
yeah, I'll find it. Down here, some cracking. Look at that. Down that hill down there.
And but the female voice was arguing with the male.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And I mean, you remember that?
Yeah, that could have been the same guy, you know.
I don't know.
Doesn't too far
I don't know,
apart now
he
that I
was-
think of it.
Yeah, he was arguing with his. Well, you know, a female was arguing with, and then you heard the high, you know,
Yeah.
high pitched stuff,
And that,
and then you heard what
low.
is recorded in your,
yeah.
you know, like whatever.
They
you
were
know.
arguing or something, yeah.
Yeah, they were arguing between themselves, and at first it sounds like, you know, actually your first thought is like it's people. Who's up there?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
who's up there? But I mean, then you don't.
Can't understand it though.
Yeah, then it almost sounds. I don't know.
It's a mix.
Well, you can't understand it.
No.
You know, it's almost. Well, you don't understand the words. So
No.
but
I can understand a bit of that Ron Moorhead stuff a little bit, where it says, want some of that.
yeah,
He says, I want some of that, you know, which sounds like to me. And a few other things in there I can hear.
yeah. But they talk really fast, and it's.
Yeah.
But you can get their connotations. You can get their. You know, you can definitely tell that they were arguing.
They can talk breathing in or out, it seems like, you know. We're breathing in or out and they can still talk. But we
Yeah,
can't. We got to take a breath in to talk,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well,
Well, they don't do that. They just talk whether they're breathing in or out or not.
but yeah, put your tape on that.
Oh, yeah. It's not
You
very long. It's
recorded,
only a
because
few
that's
seconds.
what the guy sounded like.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But the high female voice.
I mean, that's not far from that area, so it could have been the same guy.
You never know. You never know. Never know. And like you were talking about at
lake?
the end of the lake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the lake where
Or those
some
people.
boaters were there, and then they had some action happening, some activity happening.
That's right, yeah, they're camping there for 3 days, but they left after the second night because the Sasquatch would come around and was doing all kinds of things, knocking trees down and throwing boulders and going in their cooler and running around all behind them at night behind the fire.
Wow.
So they got freaked
Crazy.
out and they left. A motorcycle, or a dirt bike, I mean. Crazy, eh?
Whatever.
Yeah,
Just keep it going.
yeah. But yeah, that was pretty scary at the end of the lake. There are all kinds of sightings and encounters at the end of that lake.
Yeah, it's from what you're saying. I mean,
Spooked them out there pretty good.
yeah, they got out of there after a couple of days.
I think the second night they
But
stayed on their boat.
they're going into the coolers.
I think so, yeah. I said broke into the cooler and knocking trees down, yelling, whooping, and knocking, of course. You know, like
wow.
baseball, you know, and they knocked loud, it's like gunshots, you know. So they thought, what's going on? Because they'd never encountered Sasquatch before, those people.
Yeah, well.
But after that, it sure changed their minds.
All they wanted was a boat ride to the end of the.
Yeah,
nice,
just when they
nice
camp
camping
out,
trip,
yeah.
And then,
And they were all alone. I think there's just 2 families, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't
Wow.
remember. Yeah, 6 or 7 of them, a couple of kids. But yeah, they're going to stay for the 3 nights, but they left after the second night.
yeah, that's well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you got and you got visitors.
Especially at night.
Yeah, no,
It's always spooky at night.
that'll get pretty spooky.
I prefer it in the daytime myself.
That's for sure.
Okay.
All right, we're still by the fire here.
Yeah.
There's Zoli there. There's Zoli. I'll get a bit of you there. All right,
Yeah,
where are
hey,
you there?
how you
Oh, there
doing?
you are. Yeah.
But
So they know it's us.
just us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, do you want to talk about when we were? Well, we went into the woods, and absolutely nothing happened. It was like a very quiet day, and so what we did, we just said, "Hey, okay, there's nothing going on here. Let's walk in the middle of the, let's walk by on the highway. It's a lot easier on the main drag there. It's paved." So we started walking on the highway, and there was a rock in the middle of the road, like a I don't know. The
Oh, I know
size.
what you're talking about now.
Okay, there
When
it
you were
is,
kicking it, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I started kicking the rock all the way back. It was about I don't know, half a kilometer back to the, maybe a
Yeah.
kilometer or whatever, back to the vehicles. So we're kicking it down, and it was good. I mean, the rock was mainly staying in the middle of the road, so we're soccer, kicking it all the way back to our cars, our vehicles. And just before we got to the vehicles, we saw this rock come flying out of the trees, eh?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
Landed right in front of us. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
sometimes when you think there's nothing going
Mm-hmm.
on, absolutely zero interaction. I mean,
They're always there.
yeah, they're watching you,
Mm-hmm.
and this thing, it just. I
Watching
don't know,
watching you kick
yeah,
that rock,
watching
I
me
guess.
kick the ball. I mean, because you could hear the
Yeah.
rock,
Tumbling down
tumbling
the road.
down the
yeah.
road, tumbling on the
Like
on
a
the
game.
pavement there.
Like a game, I guess.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
yeah, he was thinking, well, hey, he's having a good time.
I remember
maybe.
that like it was yesterday for some reason. I can
Well,
still see us
yeah.
walking down the
Yeah,
road,
well,
and
yeah.
that was 10 years ago.
But yeah, sometimes it's
yeah, I
you
remember.
think there's
yeah.
nothing going on, and boom, suddenly something comes flying out of the woods there. But
Mm-hmm. That was a good day. It was okay.
yeah,
I mean, some days there's nothing, of course.
yeah. Can you remember okay, like this is, well, it's not, okay, we hear, like, it's all quiet. Normally everything is very quiet. The subtle, sounds, birds, very, but everything was quiet all of a sudden. And then we heard this crashing. It's like
I don't remember that.
like a freight train coming through the woods.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And,
I know
and,
what
and it
you're
was like,
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
and I'm
We
thinking,
thought
oh
it was
my goodness.
Sasquatch at first.
I
remember?
thought, I mean, what's
comes the-
coming?
yeah,
I mean,
we're-
like you're looking around,
Yeah.
and what's coming at us?
We thought it was a
and,
giant male or a family
and
coming.
then we look, and right in front of us, like about, I don't know, 40 feet away,
Yeah.
we saw two elk side by side,
Mm-hmm.
just crashing, just
Yeah,
side by side,
yeah.
smashing through the woods, not caring
About us,
anything, like
nothing,
about anything
yeah.
or us, or who
No,
cares?
yeah.
But they were just there, and you don't make noise
Yeah,
like
that
that
was
normally
good.
in the woods.
I think there was 3 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I can remember two, but I
Oh,
mean, it
okay,
was just,
yeah.
but it was so loud
Mm-hmm.
that it just kind of, like you heard it coming at you and thinking, wow, what's
Trees
coming?
breaking and
Look
crashing,
out.
and yeah, we really thought it was Sasquatch
Yeah.
coming that day.
Yeah, we didn't know what was coming, and then
Wait,
elk
Yeah.
that were just,
Roosevelt elk, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they just, and they went straight by us, like boom,
Didn't
who
even
cares?
didn't care, yeah.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they probably looked at us going by, but
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
they're ready to,
Rumble.
I don't know, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
But you remember stuff like that because
Yeah,
normally
yeah, I remember
everything
that, yeah.
everything in the woods is subtle. It's quiet. There's a subtlety.
Actually, in that same area,
Okay.
I remember me and you went in there one time. You remember this probably. Remember we sat down and I was sitting like cross-legged, which I could never really do much. Or my legs were in a weird position.
Mm-hmm.
I was just sitting there on the bush, and you're sitting over there, and I looked at you, and you started snoring. You started sleeping, kind of dozing off,
that
right?
was weird. Yeah.
And then I dozed off, and then we both woke up and go, what happened? Like we were.
Yeah, it's weird.
We never do that. That's the first time we've ever dozed off
don't know.
in the
Yeah,
woods
it's
in
just,
daytime.
Yeah, and this is like in the morning.
Yeah.
What?
Guess we got zapped, and
And there is something. I mean, you've got
tired us out.
and you do have some of that buzz, or you got. It's like a.
Buzzing sound, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
too.
zzz,
Yeah.
but it's not bugs.
Yeah.
And there is something to the zap thing.
We filmed it. We filmed those noises.
But I mean, this is a theory. I mean, I bet you. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything spooky. It can be. I mean, we know about ultrasound. We know that the elephants
Or infrasound, yeah.
infrasound. That, I mean, that's below our range, or even I mean, dogs hear a sound and then they get sort of messed up with and that's below our range. We can't hear that. But bottom line, imagine if Sasquatch could make or whistle. Okay, imagine if they could make a tone that we can't hear, but messes our
One of the spirits
makes
can
us
hear.
dizzy or something. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to
that
be
happens.
just so it could be some kind of ultrasound that they're using against us. And yeah, I mean, it was weird that we
It's
got
happened many
knocked out.
times. Yeah.
Just boom. It's like, or well, I don't think we're out that long, but it was just weird in that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it
was a weird one.
both of us. You know, normally somebody's watching.
Yeah. Yeah. That's up in that area where me, you, Ed was there, I think. And remember the young one, the Sasquatch was tapping up there, back and forth with you? Or no, you were rock clacking back and forth with him.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh yeah.
that?
Yeah, that was Ed. Yeah.
Is that Ed?
Ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of. I mean, they do a lot of rock clacking too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, can you remember when we were camping? There you go. When we were camping, and
In our tents, you mean?
yeah, in our tents.
Oh yeah, it was cold.
And they
Minus
were
5.
rock clacking, you know,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
outside,
Yeah.
and then we heard like it was
Sticks.
almost like sticks being
Yeah,
snapped
yeah,
off,
yeah.
and
Oh, for hours, remember? It went on for
yeah,
hours.
for hours. I mean,
And we didn't dare to get out of the tent.
I can remember what we did was
The tents, yeah.
we'd fake snoring. Eh?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
Like
right.
you would,
yeah.
you know, like okay, like
We said, let's
as
pretend
soon
we're
as we
sleeping.
stopped snoring,
Yeah, yeah.
we noticed that the clacking stopped. Eh?
Yeah, that's right.
So bottom line, we just kind of,
yeah.
you know, did the snoring thing. We faked snoring, and the clacking would continue.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so you know, this went on well all night pretty well.
Yeah, hours and hours.
And remember, you went up. You know, we went up to.
Where we heard all the branches being
Yeah,
broken,
yeah.
and the next morning,
And you've got pictures of what they were messing around with, what they
Yeah.
were doing. They made some
structures.
well, yeah. I mean, you've got pictures of that there.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I mean, really interesting structures, stuff that they're.
Yeah, some big logs there too.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that.
I know. I almost wanted to get out of the tent, but I thought, no, I'm not that brave that night.
Well, no,
You
you're
know,
not gonna. You know, no.
Because they were pretty close. They were about. I bet you they're within 50
Well, just
feet
across,
of us.
Yeah, just across
Yeah.
the way there, and what they were busy with. I mean, you've got a picture because I remember that, and I remember us faking them out, or you know, just well, as soon as we stopped snoring, okay,
Yeah.
they stopped. No more clacking. You know,
Yeah.
no more. You know, like where they snap.
As soon as they
slap
thought we
two
were
sticks
dozing
together.
off, there they
Yeah.
go again.
As soon as we dozed off, they figured, and we were listening to them though.
And they had to carry those. Remember it was not ferns, is it for evergreens or whatever? No, it wasn't evergreens. There's something on those shelters that was carried from farther away. Remember? Doesn't even come, not even growing in that
you
area.
can take a look at the pictures of those,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things that they.
I'll try
There's
and
quite a
find
bit of
those.
work in what they're
Yeah.
messing around with there.
Yeah.
And if you still got pictures of those, or
Oh yeah.
videos
yeah.
or pictures.
I got pictures and videos. If I can, I just got to find them.
but,
Yeah.
But that, I can remember the night they built those things.
Yeah,
Or,
I
you know,
remember, yeah.
that,
We could hear it all night long.
yeah, because I mean, you could hear the snapping of the trees. You could
It's
hear
actually great.
You know, the activity.
It was kind of spooky.
But
'cause-
they were. I don't know whether the guy with the, you know, that's doing the clacking was like the watch. You know, like he was watching out, making
Yeah,
sure
well,
nobody,
I think so. I think he was
nobody was
watching.
coming
Yeah.
across to take a look at what they were doing.
If we would have got out, he would have,
Well, if we would have got out, I bet you everything would have been. You know, they would have just
took
taken
off.
off.
Yeah, it would have been quiet.
But yeah, show the pictures.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That
There's a freaking bee out here.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, I mean,
bees
it is
are out
warm
already.
right now. I mean,
Yeah.
right now we're power tanning.
In March, end of March, or no,
Yeah,
middle of
right
March.
on.
Not
I like
even.
that.
March, what is it, 7th or 8th?
It's always nice.
The snow will all be gone
Always
soon.
nice to get your vitamin D in there.
Yeah. A couple more
yeah,
weeks.
so
it'll
show
be-
those pictures. That would be real.
Yeah, yeah, I'll try and find those again, yeah.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, it's oh. Yeah, some of these logs are huge. Hey? Pretty big. You notice every one of them's busted, eh? Every one of these is broken. Real mossy in here. Camera not working, or?
Well, I'm just trying to.
There we go. Get a video of it all. I can probably stand back here. Oh, there's Zoli. We're just checking out these structures here. I got my video on now. I got my camera on.
Here. I think the rascal is up the hill.
It's August 15th. And
August 15th, number 4 stone or rock or whatever you want to call it.
We just crossed that river or creek.
He's throwing rocks into the creek. Rascal. Or, thank goodness he's not throwing at us.
Yeah, yet.
Hi.
I mean, this
How
is
you
so cliffy. The cliffs and the bush
Actually,
are
I
so
feel
thick.
safer behind that freaking tree over there.
Yeah. We just came down from way over there, and we had a couple rocks. Now we had a couple come down here.
We had two going into this creek bed area.
There's where we came up to that little narrow
I got a
spot
feeling
there.
it's just up the hill there.
Yeah, somewhere up in here. Oh,
Okay, that's another one.
there's another one. I think my camera might have picked that one up.
What?
Okay, here we are after another couple of stories.
Yeah, yeah. This is, can you remember the, well, they had to be adolescents. You know, that's our theory that it's the young ones that are, you know, that have the time to mess with you. That have the time to, you know, the parents are probably out hunting or getting food. And the kids are out playing, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what the actually I'm gonna move over the fire. It's got a smoke coming at us. What the
Jeez, I got the smoke now. There we go.
there's like, well, I think there's three. They communicated with bird sounds. They like a little whistle. Like it sounded like a bird, but it's more like a, you know, one tone kind of thing. But
That is
what we did, because we knew they were coming up behind us, is we jumped off the trail and jumped into a low spot and hid from them, eh?
Oh, that's right. I remember now. I know what you're talking about.
So Ed was with us there.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And so we were quiet, waiting for them to, you know, see what happens. And so we're quiet for let's say 5-10 minutes, and then Ed stuck his head up to take a look around,
Oh right, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
and hey, a stone came flying. You know, shortly thereafter, a stone came flying over our heads,
Yeah.
just to you know, just to say, yeah,
Just
hide
as
and
soon
go.
as Ed stuck
Yeah,
his head up there.
yeah. In this case,
Yeah.
we were the one playing hide and go seek.
Yeah. Yeah, that works good sometimes,
Switch
you know.
the roles. Eh?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. When you're quiet for like a few minutes, or they wonder where you are, right? You're not walking around.
yeah. Well,
We're
you know,
kind of hiding.
yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, they're the best hide and go seek players in the world,
Yeah.
right? So here we sort of switched it on them there, and yeah, I bet you it took them time to locate us there too. Eh?
Yeah, that's
So-
what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but I mean,
They did some whistles, weren't they?
yeah, they were doing the whistle thing and like little bird kind of dealies.
Mhm.
But that was interesting, like where you mix it up for them. Like make it a mystery. Just suddenly disappear off the trail.
Yeah.
But you know, another thing that kind of the first time, okay, there's a building where we hang around with a metal roof. I
Oh,
don't know.
shelter.
Yeah, the shelter. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. And how many times have we been in that shelter, and there's nothing and nobody out there? It's all, you know, and a stone,
It's the wall or something?
yeah,
Or the roof.
hits the roof, and then
Yeah.
you know, you hear that.
The metal roof,
The
yeah.
metal roof, it bounce off and you see the thing. But how many times have you, you know,
It's happened a few times over the years.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's stuff like that kind of,
Just most
You know.
people think the Sasquatch are way deep, 100 miles in the bush, middle of nowhere. That's not, they're always
Well,
within
they
5 to
are.
10 kilometers
They are,
of,
yeah.
you know.
they are, but,
Yeah, you're not
you know,
gonna
they're
find
also looking for,
Turn
you
around.
know, places where, I mean, the reason they hang around that
Campground.
area,
Mhm.
you know, because it's a good place to raise your kids.
Yeah. No
You know,
hunting.
yeah, there's no hunting.
Hmm.
You know, everybody's on holidays. There's no hunting, and you don't have to worry about your kids going out and getting shot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, thank goodness for that.
It's a massive provincial park, so.
Yeah. So
And to the left of that is, you know, of course, Pitt Lake, which you can hunt. And the other side of that is where we are here, Stave and Chehalis, where you can hunt.
yeah.
But that area, there's no hunting,
But
so
you know, the main thing is they behave themselves. They're
Mhm.
good there. There's no.
there's no really aggression going on.
No. But
Not like over
did
here.
you want to talk about Portlock?
Fort Lock, Alaska?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That okay? Because there is,
Hmm.
you know, the Squatch, you know, the area that we're in, they're mostly good. You know, they're mostly.
Docile?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they, you know,
That's 'cause we
they'll
gift
walk
them.
away.
Hmm.
They're not aggressive as far as we know.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time, 99% of the time. But there are places, you know. Well, actually, we have to talk about where was that? Around Mission? Where is that? Where the head of the horse or bull is twisted?
Was that Mission? Yeah, I think it was Mission. Yeah.
Yeah, and you went to the farm.
Yeah,
too.
I went there. Yeah.
Tell them about that.
That's
Where the head was
where-
twisted.
Well, that was a
Twisted
bull.
off.
Yeah, the bull. No, the head. I think the bull's head was just twisted. It wasn't torn off, but the horse's head was torn off.
The horse's head was
Yeah,
torn
and
off.
a bunch of goats are missing. And
Yeah.
fence was torn down, and one of their shacks on the roof was ripped right off. You know, like one
Yeah,
of
no,
those
no,
shacks.
that's
That was Mission, yeah. Not far. From,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
not far
that-
from here. I mean, you think about it.
well, it's just across.
Yeah, it's huge, like 10 miles from here. Now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but they're still friendly here.
Yeah.
So, we just want friendly ones to come. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have heard some couple of whoops here while we're sitting here, but
Some thumps.
thumps and stuff. But we'll see what happens later. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I mean, they can be very. I mean, they're very strong. Obviously, I mean, like, think of it. How much? What does it take to twist the horse's head off?
Yeah.
Twist. We're talking twist. You know,
Yeah.
like you see those cowboys.
Yeah.
You know, grab them and wrangle them down.
Yeah.
Like this thing twisted a horse's head off
Mm-hmm.
and broke the bull. Bull, he
yeah,
twisted
broke
his
his
head.
neck.
I guess
Just
snapped
twisted
his
it,
neck.
yeah.
So and I guess their goats are missing too. So
But I think the whole thing started because I think the kids that they were there, the kids are probably in their 20s, young
Okay.
guys, were shooting at them. Were shooting in the bush, right? When it came around. So they probably got pissed off at that. So they came back and did
Oh,
the
really?
animals in. That's what I
Really?
heard,
So-
yeah.
and that's the rest of the
Yeah,
story there, right?
Yeah, I think that's
So,
how
yeah.
it all started, was they were
Yeah, don't go.
shooting at them, you know.
Don't
piss
go-
them off even more.
Yeah, no, you don't want to.
Oh, I'm sweating.
But yeah, it's getting warm. But and Portlock, yeah,
It's one
that.
place I'd like to go visit one day.
My goodness, yeah, no,
Pretty
it's.
spooky up there.
We've been watching.
Well,
There's
that's
a
just
show.
place you definitely don't want to go.
Well, we're some 20-some people were
Yeah, well, more
killed,
than that, I
or
think.
even more.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they had
30,
a
40.
whole town there with a cannery back in the 1920s,
I think, yeah.
and yeah,
20s and 30s,
yeah.
they just started, people started going out a little bit too far and boom, they're gone,
Well,
you know.
yeah. So there are some, you know, there are some bad ones out there.
Yeah,
Let me tell
oh,
you.
yeah.
And yeah, you have to be very
A lot
careful.
bigger up there, you know.
Yeah.
10 footers, 12 footers up there.
Well, I was watching the show, and right when they first arrived, they found an otter, like by their camp or whatever, by their tent,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
and they looked at it and they were kind of spooked about it. But you know, I was thinking, man, that could have been a gift.
It's a gift, I was just thinking that.
That could have been a gift.
What-
What they should have done is reciprocated and
Left some stuff.
left
yeah,
some stuff
some gifts.
for the, you know, instead of then what they did was they went out and patrolled with a gun
Yeah, so
after
that's,
that.
That's the problem. Yeah.
And yeah, but you know,
I mean, I know you need guns up there because there's a grizzlies and everything,
yeah,
but
yeah.
still,
Yeah,
you know,
no, you
Sasquatch and
want-
guns don't mix. It's a bad, bad
No,
thing.
you want to live in peace with your neighbor.
Once
kind
they
of
associate
thing.
with a gun, that's it. They're done with you pretty well, you know.
Well, then it's
You know.
Not
Not
so
so good.
you know, you've declared.
Hmm.
Hopefully, you know, but you have to protect yourself.
I heard that town is slowly going to come back. I don't know. They're gonna
That's
try
what they're
and-
talking about. That's
Yeah.
what they're talking about.
I
But
have to watch some of those shows. Where are they on YouTube?
yeah, we watched them, but I was kind of, you know, they're mostly, instead of, you know, like that otter, they should have done a gift
Mhm.
of some sort. That would have been good.
Yeah.
At least tried it.
Yeah, give some
Because
salmon or something.
yeah, because I mean, they're getting a whole lot of sign. I think they had, who's the guy from Sierra Sounds up there? Moorhead.
Oh,
up
Ron
there.
Moorhead was on it?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
up there, and you know,
Good
we heard
guy.
some of their,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, what was happening there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they're definitely getting the signs,
Yeah.
and they're definitely having some action happening. But I mean, what you want to do is try peace, and you know you want to have peace offerings, and you want to try showing that you come in peace.
Yeah.
You know, you want to try that method first. Before
Yeah,
you,
with the sage and tobacco,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you got to do
yeah.
some.
but I mean that's what you try first,
Mhm.
not. You
Not
know,
guns.
not bringing out the Uzis and the heavy equipment, you know. So, but that's a, you know, up there you definitely have some very, you know, I mean, if they've taken 20 people out, that's
Oh yeah. Wow. It was like a gunshot.
you can't have that. You have to defend yourself.
Oh yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Have to defend yourself.
Everything's bigger, stronger, and meaner up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't mess around up there.
No. So, thank goodness we don't
Is there
have
fire
to.
going out here? What's going on here?
Well, it's kicking. It's doing pretty good.
You gotta cut those pieces smaller. They look too big.
It's kicking out pretty good.
Okay. Check the battery again.
Yeah. Is there another topic you want to talk about?